And it says we're live. So I guess we are sort of, kind of in a roundabout way. Hi! So we're making Christmas, la la la. Okay, you guys know who we are. We should know by now. Apparently we are the voices in Petey's head. Mm-hmm. We are the Spooky Empire Kiss Asses, you know, if you've been reading the Facebook page at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Before we get into everything, well, I'm going to do the finger dance because I never know where I'm going to put it. Don't forget to check out our previous episodes. It answers a ton of questions that we're not going to get into tonight. So subscribe. Let's see. In the playlist, you can find info on packing tips, cosplay tips, how to get the best celebrity experiences, the VIP perks, why VIP is worth it, how to handle lines, panel etiquette, pet policies. I mean, we chat with Petey himself. We even go over, and this was in the last episode, the list of autograph prices for most of the celebrities, hygiene tips, oh my God, so important, how to avoid con crud, cosplay etiquette when you're in costume, cosplay ideas, and yes, I made a whole list here so you know what's in the previous episodes. The costume contest, everything about that, places to eat around the convention center, and what we recommend, parking, how to get around iDrive, volunteering, budget tips, cosplay is not consent, how to deal with anxiety, cocktail recipes, weapons policies, security, blah, blah. We have got, so be sure to.
And that's our show. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
And we've still got 2 weeks to go, so you got more than enough time to go over that. But this was going to be more about the big drama that happened and what's happening now because of it. So let me introduce, oops, wait, click wrong window. Okay. First, we got Patty Hawkins with us.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Yes, indeed.
Woo, round of applause. Mr. World Traveler, who has been, you know, hosting all sorts of gigs up in like Seattle and Tucson and New York.
New York. Yeah, I did New York Comic Con, which was really awesome. I finally got to move not up, but sideways from MC crowd warm-up work to, I sat down with Graham McTavish. I ran his panel for a while. Awesome dude. And yeah, just last weekend, I was at Tucson Comic-Con working for Brian Polito. And yeah, had some great panels with Tony Todd. It was a great horror icon. And he appreciated,
you all know Tony Todd.
He appreciated that I said, way before I said, we're going to go back to the beginning. And he thought that meant, oh, we're going to start with Candyman. Then we're going to talk about Final Destination. And then instead I said, you did Werewolf with Chuck Connors in the 80s on Fox. And he was like, yeah, I did. You know. And Casper Van Dien, who, for a middle-aged guy, he's still got his boyish looks, but he's still trying to play off the boyish thing, whatever. I told him to give her a rest. I said, dude, I know you want to be a superhero. You need to start looking at doing Reed Richards now.
He's still pretty.
Oh, he's still absolutely pretty. He's still absolutely pretty, but yeah, he's definitely got.
You'll see Patty on stage probably a couple of times, hosting a couple of Q&As at Spooky. So, and then we got Mo, Big Bad Mo.
Mo.
Hey, how you doing?
We see Mo at every convention, you know. It's like you know, is the terrible teddy bear of security.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't get around as much as you do, man. Over the United States.
Seriously.
I try. I do try. I thought I owe it all to my mama and Jesus.
And of course, and then we've got Robby, who is going to stay in her chair this time, right?
I am trying. I am really trying hard. It's already starting to slip.
Okay, so stay tuned because you never know. She might fall out of the chair.
You never know.
You never know. Crazy.
You gotta watch, though. You gotta watch to see what happens.
Okay, let's see. Okay, first of all, when in doubt, any questions whatsoever, we are not official Spooky staff. We are longtime con goers. We do not make fake profiles for PD. Anything official from Spooky, spookyempire.com, so double check there. Before you ask any questions, 90% of all the stuff you ask is always right there. So that's something that you might want to, because a lot of people really don't do that. I've noticed on the Facebook page. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, let's see. Hurricane Matthew. Oh, man. What a drama that caused, huh? And all right, let's just get into the most common questions, like why no refunds and what no refund policy means. why the tickets are suddenly transferable, and just for the record, those of you that are looking for general admission tickets and VIP tickets, which are sold out otherwise, and I'm seeing a lot of these tickets are actually at discount prices now, so you can get them cheaper. I'll put the link down here, but if you just Facebook Spooky Empire Ticket Exchange, there's a lot of people selling their tickets. The Millie and, Millie Bobby Brown and David Harper photo ops, they're being sold there, so be sure to check that out. Okay, who wants to get into why Spooky canceled for Matthew?
Well, let's see. There's this thing called hurricanes, and they're really bad. And instead of everybody maybe being a little grateful that the hurricane didn't do what it could have done,
as it did in other areas.
Exactly. The finger of God intervened. And so I think that became among many people an expectation of, well, nothing happened, so something ought to happen for me. And without realizing, okay, first and foremost, it was, as I understand it, it was the convention center which rightfully canceled all the outstanding events in lieu of what could have been a national emergency. And you got to remember, too, the convention center is earmarked as an emergency shelter. They shut down the event in lieu of a major catastrophe. That was a place where people who were dispossessed or their homes destroyed theoretically could have gone and taken shelter. And then, of course,
that area.
Yeah, and then of course too, you've got like airlines, cut the flights, so the guests, couldn't make it out. But it doesn't matter though, because it was Petey and his magic beard that apparently caused it all.
Oh my God, that's so going to be a thing now.
And now he's still cackling and wringing his hands in his money bin that he summoned the evil storm. And yeah,
he's all screwed up now.
Yeah, and I'm like, folks, for crying out loud, I get it that a lot of people really don't understand how conventions work, and nowadays there are some monolithic big corporate ones.
Yes,
and
they're very different.
But horror conventions are not, to my knowledge, there is not a corporate owned horror con or anything on else. They are
Walker Stalker, but
yeah, okay, I take that back.
Yeah, but is that really a horror con though? That's
more of a fandom.
That's a pop culture con wearing wearing spooky underwear.
Okay, but here's the thing. Let me just interject about Spooky Empire. And I've said this before, it's a mom and pop corporation. It literally is Petey and Gina and their family. When you go, Petey's dad is there. Gina's sisters are there. It is literally a mom and pop corporation. So one thing you have to remember, and this is a convention where they will go around and make sure everybody's having a good time. You don't see that at other conventions. When you go to MegaCon, do you see the promoter walking around the floor seeing how everybody's doing? No. You don't even know who runs MegaCon. Same thing, Dragon Con. You're not seeing someone going around, with a beer Saturday night seeing everyone's doing. No, that doesn't happen. And this is one of the few conventions where that still does happen. And so he took it very, very to heart, when he had to cancel. And believe me, this was not a decision that was made lightly. They tried to just cancel Friday and to continue for the rest of the weekend. When that didn't happen, they tried every possible thing they could. This was not some elaborate scheme to steal your money. And here's the thing that I got to say to those people bitching about I need a refund, Your $60, you would have spent 10 times more if the convention actually happened. And let's be honest, if the convention actually did happen, you would have had 10% of the guests, and you would have bitched nonstop. Because if Robert Englund didn't show up and Doug Bradley, and you only had like I said, 15% of the guest list, what kind of time would you had anyway?
That and the other economics that I sort of thought about it too. I was like, if you're bitching and complaining that much over like $60, then maybe you just shouldn't. Maybe you just can't afford to go to these things. Period. Yes. I mean, it's not a good time to just get into the door and be able to do and buy absolutely nothing else. There are some people that can do it, and this is not a swipe against people who have to scrimp and save, and there are a lot of stories that I emphasize with on social media about how this was our big thing of the year. We're looking forward to it and everything on else, and I appreciate that. Then why? Then just replan it, let it roll over. Okay, if it was good enough for you for this year, then let your tickets roll over for the next one. Which, by the way, that's an amazing act of contrition that people don't really quite realize, that they're transferable not only for this show.
No one does that.
But for for Mayhem as well. That's
gonna hurt.
That's insane. I've never heard that before.
For sure.
Yeah. And to those of you that are trying to sell your general admission tickets in that group right now, and you know, if you're getting depressed because yours aren't selling as fast as others, remember they still are, you know, good for April. So don't get discouraged then. You know, just as a reminder. And here's another thing, the whole tickets thing. A lot of people were calling refunds. Okay. I worked with a small, and Patty and Mo both know this. There's a small convention called Conjure not too long ago, and I was you know, on the board of upper, you know, with that. And so I worked with lawyers. I worked with convention lawyers that are well versed in contract and law, and I've actually talked to like 2 or 3 others just to see if what I believed was actually true. And yes, because it says, and it's printed on the ticket, non-refundable. Okay, non-refundable. And it says when you purchase it, it has it like in 2 or 3 places when you actually go to the page, non-refundable. Those are the terms you agree to when you buy the tickets. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Mo, you look like you want to say something.
Yeah, no one does that. No, I mean, no one pushes off to or offers you another event in lieu of, you know, they're being very gracious. He's pretty much going to be in the red for probably the next years just because of this event.
They were afraid that they were going to be bankrupt. You know?
Yeah. And just offering that is such a great, and having another chance at having another event.
Yes.
Is gracious enough as it is.
Yeah, because when you buy concert tickets, it's the same thing. They cancel, something happens to, like when Dave Grohl, you know what I'm saying, something happens to the lead singer and you're screwed. You're out how much ever you paid for the tickets. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to give you that money back.
Yeah. So these are all
the world is not responsible for what they term acts of God. And again, this was a hurricane. This was a hurricane that could have really, really done some hideous damage, and we should collectively be thankful that we didn't get hit.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, some of the questions. Oh wow, we're getting some feedback here. Are we? Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Okay. But here's the thing. I'm seeing people. Oh, why is everyone being so mean on the Facebook page? Let me tell you why. As you can tell, just by the 4 of us here, anyone that has been to Spooky, and I know you may not have been to Spooky before, but once you have, you become family. And like you said, you have all these big corporation type, your Walker Stalkers and your Wizard Worlds and all these big conventions. They will not treat you the way Spooky treats you. The minute you go to Spooky, you're there with horror fans like yourself, and you form a bond for life. I have been to, and all of us have been to conventions literally all over the country. I mean, everywhere from the West Coast to New Jersey to North Carolina to all over the place. You do not find anything like you do at Spooky. And there's a reason. When we have that little family and we call each other family, and outsiders, you know, use, oh, I'm going to call the media and I'm going to charge you back on my bank and this and that and the other thing, we're going to get a little protective. And you know, you threaten our home.
And here's what I think it really boils down to. I appreciate everybody's anger. I really do.
I don't.
I really do. I appreciate the emotion. I appreciate the emotion, and all I can say is that guys, try to work with them halfway. And again, if you can, we've set up this wonderful website for exchanging the tickets.
I'll put the link down there.
Yeah, you're able to hold on to those, and if you can't make it to the next offering, then you'll be able to sell it for the next offering. I mean, who knows? There could be some amazing guests booked for the next offering, and those tickets could be red hot. I mean, you might be able to I don't want to say scalp, that'd be a harsh word, but the simple fact of the matter is that right now you don't have money, but you have an item of value.
Yes.
You still have credit, for lack of a better term. So I would just say try to work within that. And if it doesn't satisfy you, well, then I'm sorry. You know, it's like I would accept that and I would move on, but that's me, you know.
Well, there's 2 points I want to make. Number one, I saw a lot of people, I'm sorry, not a lot. There was a few people I saw that were actually speaking to Petey and Spooky as if they were adults having an adult exchange.
Sure.
Spooky replied in kind. For example, one said, my tickets, I won't be able to have them for December or April. Could I possibly put it towards a future event? And Spooky was open to doing that. They'll work with you. It's a matter of not being an ass and speaking to them in a cordial and civil manner. I mean, flies in vinegar, you know, or whatever that phrase is.
There was like 537 last time I looked on that thread on the page.
Oh my God.
537 replies, and
I'm sure 100 were me just being an ass.
well, it was you, and of course the accusation. I actually stayed silent on the whole thing because I was just like, I'm gonna. If I have to drop an atom bomb, I will at the end. But you Perry reposed, and again, we all did it too. Again, there was that one fellow who has the name of a god of thunder in his actual screen name, and I would think, dude, if your name is Thor, I think you of all people would appreciate the enormity of a hurricane coming and what it entails. Maybe I'm wrong in that leap of logic. I do apologize, but yeah, dude, if you're gonna call yourself Thor, then I think you ought to really be up on meteorological damage.
And just one more note on the guests, though. It's like, I mean, this guest list may not be your thing. You don't know who's coming in April, and as we can all attest, Spooky and their team, every single time, and I have this conversation every single time with my friends, it's like, how are they possibly going to top the last one? And they always do. I mean, just for the fact they got Kerry King from Slayer.
Dude, oh my God, that blew my mind.
The guitar player from Slayer. Boom!
There's only one musician I'm interested in.
Oh yes.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, that Weird Al. I'm looking forward to those stories, man. I'm definitely looking forward to those stories. All right, let's see. What did I have next on this list here? Let's see. Petey creates fake profiles of kiss asses that work for Spooky. Oh yeah, Spooky or crooks. Da 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 da. I hope we've settled all that. I hope you guys actually understand a bit better now. And if you don't, well,
and try to understand this too. We collectively, we try to be nice to you once, we try to nice to you twice. Yeah. And Spooky Empire will always be nice to you because they are the professionals in this, and we're the fans. And look, dude, by the third time, if you don't get it, you know, it's just like, yeah, just
maybe you don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from a fan standpoint.
Yeah.
And again, too. As a rule, I don't engage with anyone that has a fake account, a troll account, or whatever. I figured one guy is being full of crap, you know. It was just like, I've seen this dude with a beard before, and there's like, oh yeah, that's a fake picture. it's literally you look at this guy's like picture, that you Google the word hipster beard, and it's the same shots of the model, all like. So yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I mean, if you're gonna bitch for your refund, then I think at least you ought to bitch under your real name, so at least we know who to send the money to if we capitulate.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Well, we sent $60. Check the $60 to some guy named Thor. We didn't know his address, so we wrote Rainbow Bridge, Asgard, and post office sent it back and said, like, you fucking kidding.
And speaking of refunds, for those of you that didn't know, refunds for the photo ops for Paige and Bill Mosley have been refunded. Let's see. Photo ops and autographs are fine for the December show. Okay, we already just went through that. Bill Mosley, from what I understand, okay, he is doing a photo op this show, so if you did get your money refunded, you do have to purchase it again. Unfortunately, that's something that just has to happen. And like I said, if you wanted to know prices of autographs, just go to the last podcast, and that'll talk about that. All right, the new additions of guests. We've got Amanda Weiss, who personally is my favorite, the girlfriend in Better Off Dead.
Yay!
Yeah.
No, I'll talk to her about Savage Steve Holland all day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, she's Better Off Dead. I'm like, I would like to see some Better Off Dead cosplay because honestly, that's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
You know what? I was thinking about that. I was along those lines. Think about maybe going as a newspaper boy.
Just $2. Going to Petey, give me my $2.
Get a whole bunch of guys with BMX bikes riding around with the newspaper bag, like $2, $2.
Okay, and then of course we have Elvira, who is coming back. Elvira, who is always an amazing guest. I've met her twice, incredibly sweet. And the big thing that everyone keeps asking is if she'll be in costume. Now, I'm crossing my fingers, and if there's a Festivus miracle, she has a Christmas, like, instead of like the black usual dress, she has a red gown.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. And if you Google it, Christmas Elvira, you'll see it. It's beautiful. I would love nothing more than a Christmas Elvira photo. I'll go for that. But
that would actually make good business sense. Elvira, Elvira, if you're listening, it'll make good business sense because people who already have your picture of you in the black costume will want a Christmas video, and it's just in time for them to use it for their Christmas cards. Just
exactly. I want an Elvira Christmas card. But and people are asking if she's going to appear as Cassandra or Elvira, and it's like, but if you actually look at the announcement, her picture's on the announcement. So usually what she does, and this is just from my experience, she comes as Elvira one day, usually on Saturday, and then on Sunday she comes as Cassandra.
Because she's she's not going to go to the airport and fly back to Los Angeles as Elvira.
Why not? That would be fucking awesome.
No.
I have to admit, that would be pretty fucking cool. But you know,
sitting there at LAX with your Starbucks and then, hey. That would be cool. Okay.
And can we please make a rule now regarding Elvira? Can we please stop posting, wow, how does she still look so good? Because she's got to be so old. It's like every third post about her is always the same goddamn thing.
I suppose that goes with the territory, man. I'm sure she's used to it by now, unfortunately. Okay, and then we have the other big one, David from Megadeth.
Oh, yeah.
You get Megadeth. Oh, yeah, Robby. I bet you Robby's excited about that.
I'm so excited. This is going to be fucking metal Christmas spooky. I'm stoked.
Okay, he was actually a guest at Tucson Comic-Con. That was just that.
Was he?
Yes, he was the only media guest that I didn't interview, but I introduced them and I came in and afterwards, and he was one of the coolest and most like self-effacing guys, and he was just open about everything, and
wow.
he still is a soldier for metal and all that, but he absolutely acknowledges how ridiculous it was at the same time. So
because he's gonna get
I get this impression of he's absolutely not afraid to laugh at himself and look at stuff, but then I'm like, but you know what? Wait, that was a really good riff we did, real. So I think he's gonna be a fantastic guest. The minute I saw him, it's like he's perfect. I would love to see more old school metal guys like coming to these shows, because I think they could kill an hour just like by their on the road stories, because they all have a bunch of road roasts, and everybody's always got one Aussie story that no one's heard of yet.
Yeah. So here's the question: did you happen to see, just out of curiosity, how much he was charging for an autograph?
Unfortunately, I did not, but I never heard anybody complain.
All right, so it's
about, that's a good, it's a good sign.
Okay. Yeah, although they never usually go. They don't go the Gene Simmons route.
No, I think he struck me as definitely one of the guys where just buy one thing and you could get the over the table like hey picture for free. So, but don't quote me on that.
Okay, no. Like
and
I
again,
said,
those were that was Tucson. That's not Orlando.
That's true. That's true. Okay, and then of course we got Butch Patrick bringing the Munster Museum. Oh, wow. Okay. Stupid feedback. What the hell, Google? Okay, but yes, Butch Patrick is bringing the Munsters Museum. Dragula, I've seen up close. It is freaking awesome. Wait, you hearing that too?
Yeah, I get a little bit of feedback. Yeah.
God damn it.
I am.
All right. Fine. I'm going to mute my mic for a second. Talk about the Monsters Museum and Butch Patrick.
Well, Butch Patrick, of course, it's this, he's first of all, it's kind of odd because he still has the look. When you look at him, it's just like, oh yeah, that totally is Butch Patrick. Oh my God. That is Eddie Munster, some bitch,
Yeah, the car is so fabulous. That car, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
very good. They're very good about taking the pictures and then the whole 9 yards. And the staff that I noticed that he has. I don't know if they're his friends or whatever. There was one very shapely older lady that was kind of in awe of her bust line, and I was trying to figure out, okay, is she with one of the guys? Because if not, how you
Did
doing?
he get married? Did he
I
get married
got a
recently?
Wolfie doll that needs someone to cuddle with, right?
I don't know how you feel about I don't know how you feel about younger men, but I am only 48.
Let's see. All right, we've got Alex Vincent coming back, who is pretty much, it's not a spooky unless Alex Vincent is there.
True story.
Let's just be
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Alex
He's
Vincent
part of the
coming
family
back.
for sure.
And then Carolyn, was Carolyn Williams, was she in the original lineup from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2?
I think so.
I didn't know if she was a new addition or not. Super sweet woman, though. If you get a chance to meet Carolyn, she is one of these women that absolutely loves the horror con scene. She loves the fans. She doesn't just sit behind the table and signs autographs. She gets out and takes pictures and, oh my God, this cosplayer! And she is a lot of fun. She has so much fun at these. It's like she's in Disney World. So if you want an experience, definitely Carolyn Williams. She's amazing. She went nuts over my bunny costume one year, and that was pretty damn funny. And while I am not a huge fan of Italian horror, and so forgive me if I pronounce the name wrong, Barbara Magnolfi from Suspiria?
That sounds about right. You pronounce Suspiria right. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I know. Barbara Magnolfi,
Magnolfi, yeah.
I think.
Magnolfi, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I said, I've never liked Suspiria, and I'm not a fan of Italian horror, so I'm sorry. So, I mean, any of you guys know anything about her, or fans of Suspiria, or?
I like some Italian horror, but I'm not sure if I think she's done other things, though, from what I saw on the advertisement.
Yeah, I actually had never heard of her. But yeah, I mean, for those of you that like the old school, horror like that, so. And we've been asked if they have any surprise guests lined
I can't
up.
believe Italian horror is now considered old school, but you're absolutely right. It is.
It is. It is.
I'm old enough to remember when that was still kind of the new crazy European shit that was coming,
Yeah.
on the underground VHS stuff.
Yep. Yeah, but we've been asked about if there are going to be any surprise guests. Well, like I said, you heard about Carrie King today, which is huge. They do have a couple other aces up their sleeve. And will you please stop asking about Robert Englund? Shut the fuck up about Robert Englund. If
Robert Englund was a done deal, then he'd be plastered all over the place.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I've met the guy half a dozen times. He's a wonderful man. He tells some amazing stories. I love him to death. Don't get me wrong. But oh my God, they're like, Barack Obama's going to be here. But what about Robert Englund? And that's what I'm seeing. And it's just
Freddy Krueger for president 2020.
I know. It's just stop it. It's like, look, go to Robert Englund's page and harass him about coming to Spooky. Okay? Just take it to Robert Englund's page. Tweet him or whatever. Leave Spooky alone.
And again, guys, remember too, these are all professional actors, and
yes.
this can be a difficult time for them to break away. Usually, December is a pretty strong month for like filming television, bit parts, stuff like that. As it is, it's a big time to be filling up stuff because they want to wrap it up in time for the Christmas break. So early December, this time slot is not convenient for a lot of working talent. So if they made a commitment for the October show, it's going to be that much for some of them. They just can't do it. And you can't hold that against the show.
Yeah, and I'm holding out for justice for Barb. I'm crossing my fingers again. Festivus miracle, because Barb, Stranger Things, that was me. So, Barb, if you're listening, please, me and you, we braid each other's hair. Okay? Yes.
It was so weird. I was backstage at New York Comic Con and seeing the Stranger Things cast there on stage, thinking, "Damn, they were supposed to be in Orlando tomorrow." It's like, it was so disheartening. And I almost wanted to ask them afterwards, but their handlers took away, because again, they're kids, so it was like,
yeah, they're smart kids though. I mean, if you've watched any of their interviews on the late night shows, they're smart asses. Every single one of them is a complete smart ass. I love it. Yeah. That made me happy.
Now again, I have to declare I have not seen Stranger Things yet. Now there was a reason is my best friend was moving into his new house, and he said, "Hey,
I know."
What?
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, let's watch it together." Because
Oops. Anyway.
Yeah, hey, because I keep saying, and I've asked people this in panels. I've been this. Okay, tell me the truth. Is Stranger Things awesome because it's just pushing the nostalgia buttons of 80s kids, or is it really decent? And I've heard it is decent, and it does push the nostalgia buttons. Like, okay, I'm probably on board.
All of the above.
Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. Since Mo's been quiet, and I know he knows a lot about this, and he and I had a conversation about this. The Rosen Center. Now, here's the thing. There is the Rosen Center and the Rosen Plaza, and here it is. I've been going to the convention center for years and years and years, and I still confused because there's like 5 Rosens around there.
Yeah.
The Rosen Center is different than the Rosen Plaza.
Yes, they're on opposite sides.
Tell us about the Rosen Center.
They're on opposite sides of the convention center. I've drunk walked back and forth between the hotels. I know it like the back of my hand, both of them. So we are definitely at the center this year in December.
Okay, and so what about the restaurant there? They're there. Have you eaten there?
Tons of times, yeah. There's the cool thing about it is they have both the plaza and the center have 24-hour convenience stores, which is great. Late night, 4 o'clock in the morning, you want something to eat, you want a sandwich. Go in there, grab what you want, and go to your room. Everything's great.
That's good.
They won't let people in the pool, past a certain point. I think it's past midnight.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Beginning of December, I don't know who's going to be going in the pool unless you're really stupid drunk.
Well.
Fair point.
I don't know. I've done it before.
Well, if they're gonna keep their club room, if it still exists the way it is, they're gonna kind of earmark that for a spooky after parties. I think that would be a good substitute for a pool party. I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
If
If
they can actually get the room, because those halls are really, really expensive in the hotels.
But I did get news that the VIP party will be at the Rosen Center. So that's something.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's something that people should probably know. And also speaking of the Rosen, today is the last day you can get the con rate of $129. So if you have not called now, do it right this second, because otherwise you're shit out of luck. And $129 is a great rate considering how much the hotels usually go for. So get on that. All right, and actually now that we're talking to Mo, there's next thing that we wanted to bring up, and we talked about this in the last podcast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I got to get 2 years, by the way.
Oh, cool. What is it? A headband or armband? What is it?
It's an armband. Basically,
cool. All right.
Yeah. Basically, the Brute Squad is what it is. It's kind of like a citizens patrol, and Mo knows all about this. I'll let him go into this. But the last few spookies, there have been some new people that don't understand con etiquette, or they get a little too drunk and a little too handsy. And sometimes you don't want to just run to security and make a scene. Sometimes you just want someone to act like your boyfriend and just walk you to your car, walk you to your room, or just get you out of a situation without causing an issue. That's where this comes in. There's going to be a dozen of these guys.
This is definitely
Yes.
kind of more of a fan run.
Yes.
This is not sanctioned by Spooky. This is not
Oh, it's
sanctioned,
sanctioned by
the
Spooky,
hotel or anything.
but it's not official security.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, no, it's Spooky approved. It's totally Spooky approved.
It's peace of mind. You've got somebody 300-400 pound guys just walking around. You're going to be a safe friends. That guy. You'll be like, oh no, I'm going to hang out next to him. Hey, he's bothering me. Can you stand next to me for a little while? Yeah, sure, absolutely. We're going to be all over we've got about 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, I think we got about half a dozen guys. All you got to do is just look for this, and just give them a knowing look. I
don't think at 5'5" I would be an imposing member of the Brute Squad, but I am going to ask if I could just wear that and take a picture of it just once with the rest of the Brute Squad.
Absolutely.
Don't mess with me, man. I'm with the Brute Squad.
we can arrange that.
That's right. Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Don't call us White Knights. This is a horror con, baby. We're Black Knights. Yeah.
But yeah, there were
Am I signaling my virtue loud enough?
Yeah, there were a couple of girls I know at the last couple of cons that just had. One was a vendor and had a customer that just was not getting the hint and was trying to give her his room number. And there was someone out by the pool that, and while we're all out by the pool having a good time drinking, some guys just take it a little too far. And, so like I said, so if you see that armband, know that that's somebody safe. They'll be welcome to help you out. Now, by all means, this is not taking the place of security whatsoever. It's citizen patrol sort of thing.
But they're just as good.
I don't care what the incoming president says. It's not right to grab him by the pussy.
Anyway, remember that face right there? That's Mo. He would be more than happy to, brute anything that you need.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. Now, what is going on with that damn feedback? Google, get it together.
I hope it's not me.
All right, let's see. Do we have any Christmas-themed events happening at the show? First of all, this is like the prime time for Christmas shopping. Okay, you can help out for example, these Grinch earrings, I got these from a vendor at Spooky. As a matter of fact, oh no, who was that? I thought somebody else had something from a vendor that they had on. Maybe I'm wrong.
Not today. Last time I had the zombie head that Chris.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. Okay, but yeah, it's perfect for Christmas shopping.
I love it.
Yeah, and you're going to have all sorts of great deals. I've already seen what some of the exhibitors are going to be selling. There's going to be some crazy Christmas stuff there. I saw there was a furrier that actually has animal fur on stockings and stuff, and animal skulls that have reindeer stuff. And I've seen some wild stuff and artwork. So, it's going to be amazing Christmas shopping, first of all.
Yes.
Second of all, to start everything off, instead of the zombie walk, they are having what they're calling the Merry Monster and Misfits March. I think they're calling it. Let me see if I get that right. Merry Misfits and Monster March. Yes, the meetup is at BB King's over at the Point, which is just down the road. We're going to have Otis's Santa. We got Krampus, a few evil elves, etc. The march starts at 4 p.m. You might want to get there around 2 and Robby can tell you all about what they do, makeup artists and what to expect around 2 o'clock. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though I haven't heard officially about what time the artists are going to be setting up and where, if that's even a thing this time around, because it used to be last time typically it's the zombie walk, and that's when people meet there early, at noon. So they changed it. So we definitely have to look out on some information and see for sure what time and who's going to be there and all that.
And to try to get a little lemonade out of October's lemons, the weather will probably be much nicer for a walk than it has been in the past.
Perfect for costuming. Perfect.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I've never done the zombie walk because I just didn't want to melt in any kind of.
And that's going to be a long walk.
Yeah.
From BB King's to the convention center,
It's not bad.
Oh, it's not bad, but I'm just trying to think distance, how long of a walk that is.
Half a mile?
Yeah, it's probably about half a mile.
Yeah.
walked
If
it enough
that.
times? Okay.
Yeah, it's about half a mile.
That's less walking than what you had to do at the spooky last year, where no matter where you walked out, you had to walk all the way to the very front of the building and then go up the stairs, then back down the stairs, then go through security. Yeah. You had a cipher of smoke. It's like, forget it. You had to jog back.
That's very, very true. Okay, but yeah, so it's the Merry Misfit and Monster March. The meetup is at BB King's over at the Point. Everything, they said they're setting up at 2. The march starts at 4. So I'm sure BB King's will probably have some food specials and stuff like that. So there's all that as well. Let's see.
I'm not working. I'm actually going to join that.
Yeah, no, that actually sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, Otis is Santa, you know?
Yeah. I heard Krampus is coming.
And Krampus? It's on my goal list to see Krampus carry a couple kids away.
Oh, yeah.
I need to see that.
I have one. I'll like volunteer.
I got a teenager here.
Take a ball.
I don't know if they have a cage big enough. See, Patrick, this is where the child catcher needs to come out, man. Bring the cage. We got kids we can put inside, man.
Let's see. I think I'm working that in the day. Oh well. Play it by ear.
Okay. Let's see. People were asking about a car show. I mean, we've got the Munsters Museum, so that's the closest thing we're going to have to a car show. But I mean, if you look at Dragula, they've got Dragula, and they've got a couple other cars from the show, and they've got like Eddie's bike, and they've got some great props from the show. So that's something.
I don't want to speak for him, but I'm probably sure that Owl going back will show up with his tricked out hearse as well too, because he always
and that's what I was going to say. I mean, and even Robby knows there's a number of people. I mean, she's got a spooky car that will be there, and so yes, there will be numbers of spookified cars there. So it may not be an official car show, but yeah, you go out front, you're going to be seeing a lot of hearses and really cool cars regardless. So
I've never seen a Christmas hearse before. Hint, hint, hint.
That'd be awesome. I think the Krampus should arrive in one of those.
Oh,
That'd be
needs
sick.
to happen. Listen, people, take notes. Make us happy. We might buy you a beer or something. Okay, let's see. Yes, the VIP party will be at the Rosen Center. Like I said, they'll be announcing more info on that probably in the next week as they work on the schedule. Okay, what can we expect for the kids, or what is kid-friendly? They'll have a couple of kids-own vendors. There's usually like face painting, and the vendors often, and especially they do this in October. I know they'll do it in December, where they have little treats and trinkets for the kids because, you know, this is a very kid-friendly show. So there's often little stuff there to keep them occupied. Pump them full of sugar! And plus the costume contest will be for the kids on Saturday. And last year, I think they had like 50 kids enter the costume contest. So the costume contest for the kids is on Saturday. So keep that in mind.
Do we know the age cap for that? Or, I mean, is it just anyone under 12 or something like that?
It's usually around 13, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's usually, I mean, don't quote me on that, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone older than 13.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, okay, let's see. Word on bands. The Bloody Jug Band is going to be returning. And here's the interesting thing about the Bloody Jug Band. They're kind of like what the Dead Elvi are to Chiller, for those of you that know what that means. I'm a big fan of the Dead Elvi, but I actually had never heard them before, and some of you went to the Save Our Spooky event that happened right after Spooky at Gods and Monsters. Yeah, and Robby knows, and the Bloody Jug Band played there. I was impressed.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think I was actually going to like them.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome. I've seen them before in different venues, for sure. Great band, yeah.
Yeah, it really is like an old school like jug band, man. They're really good.
Yeah, with all the crazy instruments, they're really good.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised, and I'm a music snob, and they put on a hell of a show. Plus, they actually have a really good hot sauce. As a matter of fact, hang on a second. Wait, where is it? Hold on while my assistant comes in.
There.
Yeah, I know. No. What did you think of the Bloody Jug hot sauce?
It's good. It's very hot. It's a habanero based hot sauce.
Ooh.
It's not for the weak.
Oh, fuck you, shit's on. I'm gonna chug a bottle of that. It's spooky.
It's man. That's a Texas fan right there. So he's pretty much tempered in hot sauce. So
Right.
okay. But,
As long as I can go up to those guys and say, "Look at the birds up in the trees," and then one guy will be, "We're not birds. We're a jug band."
Okay, so but no, that's so yeah, definitely check out the Bloody Jug Band. Let's see. Oh, and this is something I want to promote a bit. Kind of I'm in charge of it. Group photo shoot. Most of you know about Pulse and everything that happened with Pulse. Saturday at 10:30 a.m. So this is before all the panels and everything starts. Outside of Hall B, there's like that big fountain there. Right behind that fountain, and there will be pictures. If you look up "Horror with a Heart" group shoot, and I'll put a link down here. Horror with a Heart group shoot on Facebook. We're getting a bunch of us together. I want at least 49 models. You've seen the shirts. Robby, do you have yours handy by chance?
I don't. I was gonna wear it, but
Rob,
I couldn't find it.
Rob.
Should have grabbed it.
Never around when you need it. Rob. Come here.
I brought you the hot sauce, woman. What more do you want?
Yeah, I know, right? My spooky shirt over there, the glitter one. Yeah, but basically we're doing this because Spooky did something for the One Orlando Org Fund, and they sold these shirts. Now mine is a little different just because I went and bedazzled mine. But these.
Oh my god, that's a good idea. Oh.
See, I didn't want to show anyone because I didn't want anyone stealing my idea.
I love it. I know, but look how fabulous it is now. Hello.
Well, glitter. Hello. So, but anyone that got one of these shirts, you are more than welcome. They got 226 shirts sold. So I wanted to see how many of us we could get together just to show that the horror community is with you. We are One Orlando, and in a show of solidarity for the 49 victims. So there's going to be a big group shoot. Like I said, look up Horror with a Heart group photo shoot on Facebook. You're more than welcome. Photographers are welcome. So I hope to see you guys there. We have special surprises for the first 49 people that show up. So I hope you guys show up for that because that's going to be really, really cool. And we do have a little bit of bad news, unfortunately. There are not going to be any fan panels, which I was disappointed about. It's just one of the casualties because of Matthew. So this is Matthew's fault. So yeah.
I know, it was a shame because my boys in Geeks of Comedy, they were slated to they were going to do a comedy roast of Jason from Friday the 13th. Which,
yeah, and there was going to be a Godzilla panel that we were going to.
Yeah, and I did speak to Petey about. I was like, "Hey, man, panels." And it's like, "Hey, yeah, man, it's just not going to be around this year, unfortunately." However, if you see me or you see anybody else in this forum, or if you see me and Demmie together, feel free to come up to us and just spout out any odd random horror question, and we'll be more than glad to talk your ear off because we love talking about this shit. You can have your own fan forum just by standing around long enough and just talk about
that's true.
You just walk around just to like, of course King Kong can beat Godzilla, and then
oh, those are fighting words.
Yeah, and then it just goes on from there. So
yeah. I can't tell you how many times
yeah. That's apparently the whole point of this new King Kong in Vietnam movie that they're doing, is that the whole point of it is just they're trying to set up for American King Kong versus American Godzilla. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. But yes, but like they said, anytime you're around a group of fans, I mean, whether you're eating, whether you're out by the pool, whatever, it's an instant fan panel anyway. So, but they are going to have the celebrity Q&A. Oh yeah. I've made some of my best friends
get together and start talking about shit.
Yeah, exactly. Arguing about slasher versus zombies at 3 a.m. That's what spooky is.
Good times.
Seriously. Okay, but let's see. There'll be the celebrity Q&As. All of you that have paid for FX workshops and demos have been refunded. If you have not, talk to Spooky. I'll talk to Postmortem FX. I'll post the link down there. As I know, some of the people that did workshops, that were hosting workshops, they have been rescheduled elsewhere, like around Orlando. So all the information on that. Let's see. The film festival, apparently that is still on, hosted by Blair Bathory. Anyone want to talk about that?
Well, I think it's a good alternative now that there's not going to be any panels. Now there's no excuses that you can't make the films. So I think that's going to be really great for Fear House, right?
Yeah.
Fear House, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
And Blair's pretty, so, you know.
Oh, yeah, hello. Yes.
If for no other reason.
If for no other reason, exactly.
Yeah, but definitely, I mean, support like a lot of your local, you know, indie filmmakers. There's some really great sleepers out there. There's some fantastic horror shorts that I've seen in films past, in festivals past. So.
Oh yeah, and sometimes they become full movies like that. Lights Out, you know.
Yeah,
so,
perfect example. Which I have yet to see. I still need to see that yet.
Good one.
Yeah.
Think of it like this: go see a short little independent film. It'll expand your horizons, and you might. It might strike a chord in you. It might strike an affinity. You might want to stick around later and talk to the filmmakers. You know, if I could go back in time 35 years ago, you know, I would have said, "Hey, this kid Kevin Smith, you know, throw him a couple of grand and you'll be a millionaire tomorrow." You know.
Okay, let's see. The exhibitor room and tattoo festival are exactly the same. So that's all, you know, we have most of the vendor space is sold out. So, and the tattoo, still one of the biggest largest rooms like in the area. So, and I got to give a shout out to my boy Todd Grant from Granite Inc., who got like first place in the, I saw the other day, he posted something the other day. He got first place because he does the most amazing tattoos, and I just had to give a shout out. So, but, so what else do you guys want to address?
I just want to say that because of the fact that it's in December and like, I don't know a lot of people, but we don't have a lot of family here at all. Like our own family.
Oh my gosh,
great point. So I feel that it's kind of like a Christmas miracle that we kind of get to spend the beginning of the holidays all together. And it really, I'm so excited to see my people.
Yeah. That's very true. And I was just saying that with somebody today, as a matter of fact. It's like those of us, and like I said, we've become a family, and there has been a hole left where that October fix like should have been. And it's just, so it's just like that constant, like you feel like, are my keys missing? You know, something's missing.
Yeah, it was awful for the first few weeks.
We really all need this. So like I said, when you see us being mean or whatever on Facebook, that's just how we are. And that's, first of all, that's how we express love. You know, that's number one. We're a pretty rough crowd. And on top of that, it's because, you know, Petey and Gina have really created something that we absolutely love. That's something that has really brought us together as a family. And we get protective. So, you know, we want to protect what we love.
And I'll say this. Yeah, we are a clique, but we are not a closed clique at all. No. We really aren't. We're not going to make you pass initiation. We're not going to haze you.
Don't be promising things. Come on now.
I'm speaking for myself, you know, but the whole fact of the matter is that, again, Spooky is, out of all the conventions I've done, everything on else, it is so much a fraternity. And it's extremely ironic that a horror convention has like the most love, for a lack of a better term. And okay, we didn't get our October fix, but so we had this really rare opportunity in December, which is probably never going to happen. Knock on wood, it shouldn't happen again. This is still the makeup as it is. So I say yes, embrace it. Embrace that we've got, we're doing a horror convention at the beginning of the holiday season.
Love it.
And have fun. Make a goofy, fun cosplay statement against the commercialism. Make a crazy one about, you know, even if it's just putting a Michael Myers costume on and putting a little Santa hat on. You know, it's like, explore the fun of it, because we may never have this chance again. And again, I hope we don't have this chance again. So run with it. Run with it. Let's have fun. Let's make it a good, spooky Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Here.
Yeah. And those of you that have been bitching on the Facebook page, you can tell that we're really not that mean. We're not being paid by Petey or whatever, we're actually a fun group of people. And when you actually come up and say hi to us at the show, you know what? You're one of us. As simple as that. Right, Mo?
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Google gobble, google gobble. Ooh, that would be fun. Can we have a google gobble feast?
Ooh.
Gobble gobble.
Because, like freaks.
One of
Like a
us.
freak meal.
That means we'd have to have some broad as the chicken on the table.
These are like the best ideas ever. We don't have fan panels, but like we're having these great ideas now. Krampus and a hearse and a freaks dinner and
Elvira in that hot red dress.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually, speaking of, did you cover cosplay stuff in a previous show?
To a degree, but considering that we are in a different sphere, considering it's Christmas cosplay, by all means, take the reins.
Well, I was just gonna say, Christmas mashups. There was that other anime style convention. I won't mention its name, not to my answer or anything, but so the fact matters, that generated a lot of heat. That generated a lot of buzz. Weirdly enough, in the national cosplay fraternity, the cosplay mashups at that show last year kind of made some headway. So I don't encourage people to chase cosplay fame, but this is a rare opportunity to show off your ingenuity or your skills,
Yes.
or yourself.
Yes.
So, but again, by all means, take it. The door is open. You've got a great opportunity to do something normally you can't do. Take it. Have some fun with it.
Absolutely, man. Christmas spirit. I mean, Santa Slayer, and the jokes write themselves. And so, Mo, what are you looking forward to the most, other than like hanging out with friends? What are you looking forward to?
Not sweating my ass off while I'm working.
Hell yeah.
This so much.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna have to walk around with a rag, just like, oh shit. No, you're fine. You're fine. No.
It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me.
Oh, yeah. Because
it's gonna be kind of cool to see everybody in a different type of light. You're kind of in a Christmas, mood.
And that's the whole thing. Most of us that are horror fans, we don't see each other around Christmas. So this really is going to be a different kind of atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're right. I'm actually really looking forward to like the Christmas spirit, but in a dark, demented, messed up kind of way.
Yes. How Christmas usually is.
Yeah. How it should be. Yeah. Like seriously dysfunctional family.
Yes.
Yeah, I might. What's on your cosplay menu? Or have you decided yet?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I don't want to go get it, but Baphomet, which was going to be my big surprise for October, but
that's hot. That's a hot one.
Yeah, so Baphomet, which Living Plague Customs did like the most awesome masks. It's like jet black with glowing red eyes, and I've got the hoof heels and the whole 9 yards. So yeah, so that Baphomet, Morticia Addams, and which I've been dying to bring back for a while. And I've got my Baron Samedi. Those of you that remember, like Let Die or Dr. Fassier and Princess of the Frog, the kind of the Loa, Haitian Loa of the Dead. I do kind of my own take on that. And there's another one that I'm not.
Boobs. Sorry, what?
Oh yeah. These things.
No, yeah. Your Baron Samedi costume is that's
yes.
Yeah, I know that was totally unintentional, but they're the Mountains of Madness. The Mountains of Madness that have a mind of their own. But actually, this shirt came from daretowearclothing.co.uk. Just look up Dare to Wear Clothing. They did this. They did an amazing job. They did a few of these just for spooky, so I'm excited for that.
Nice.
So boobs just happened to be in the way. But and if you like boobs, you will love the secret costume that I will tell you about when we're off the air.
Ah.
So Robby, what about you? What are you doing?
I'm not quite 100% yet. I know for sure I'm gonna bring Vladislav because I had so much fun.
Yes. From what
Yes,
you understand,
Vladislav.
he makes an amazing Vlad de Poker.
Yes, yes, indeed. Dead but delicious. Yes. So that's for sure is coming. I'm disappointed that Doug Bradley hasn't announced that he's coming yet. So I'm kind of waiting to see if I should bring the Cenobite or not, because I kind of want to just hang out and have easy costumes. I don't know that I want to fuss with like the costume contest and all that.
Yeah.
I got a good response with the Valak demon nun, the demon nun from Conjuring. So I might bring that out too.
That was good. I saw that online.
You need to creep some people out with that.
Yeah. I kind of didn't recognize myself when I first did it, and I was kind of like creeped out myself. I'm like, that is just wrong, but I had a lot of fun in it. So
Who did the makeup for that?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you
serious
did good,
kudos.
man.
Yeah. And actually, I made the full habit with the correct parts. So the wimple and the forget what the rest of it's called, but I made it all no pattern, just sewing my little heart up.
Wow.
Getting feedback from the Upside Down. I think maybe that's what this is. I mean, or am I the only one getting a little bit of feedback?
Now I
I
can-
can feedback now.
I can hear you, but your camera's all.
All right. Well, I suppose that's a sign. We've been at this for an hour now, so
Yes.
Well, I'm doing. Now that I think about it, I've got a Christmas cosplay that I only get a chance to do at parties. Maybe I'll wear that. It's spooky. That'd be a lot of fun.
will we get a hint?
I like Santa.
Is it a dick in a box?
Oh my God!
Oh.
I like the Tin Man. I like the Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
Christmas story.
Yeah. I went as the Mad Bomber kid a couple of Christmas parties ago. And I just suddenly realized, oh God, I could wear that this one. So yeah, I think I'll wear that this one. I'll tour around.
That's one we need to see. We need to see a Ralphie with his eye shot out.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's an
That's what we
awesome
need
idea.
to see. That's the
a great
perfect
idea.
time for Spooky. Yes, do Ralphie with the eye shot out.
And if I get the main costume piece in time, I'm doing a surprise one, and it will be a homage dedication to a horror icon that we lost this year. And I'll leave it at that.
You're asking me to think now. God damn it.
Sorry. Well, I don't want to jinx it, so that's why I'm
I
saying.
totally understand that.
The minute I tell somebody, I know the universe will conspire against.
Oh yeah, no, you know how I know that.
As cosplayers, you all know that.
I know. Big secret. Yeah.
Well, according to AliExpress, they put it in the mail in China yesterday, so I should have it in 8 weeks, right? Right?
Maybe 9, you know.
Yeah.
All right, but I hope that that sums up everything for you guys. I hope you don't have any more questions. I hope we have answered everything that everyone's been asking 20 million times over and over and over. And please be patient with Spooky when you're asking them questions. They've been deluged with not only putting this con together, but answering everybody's emails and dealing with refunds and dealing with transfers. They got a lot on their plate. Just
They don't
them-
have a customer service. They don't
What
have
about-
customer service.
They are
so-
customer service. That's it.
They are.
That's them. Yeah.
So,
And the volunteers. That's it.
Yeah, so don't get, I mean, a lot of us are trying to help out by answering questions for them on the page, so don't get pissy at us, you know, when we answer something and we're not official Spooky. Dude, we're more official Spooky than you will ever be, okay? That's right, I said it.
For life. What?
What? Come at me, bro. Okay. All right, but that about it. I guess we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I want to thank Robby for her charm and her wit, and
Awesome.
and Mo for his debonair je ne sais quoi.
I said a what?
Ooh la la. Oui, oui.
And Patty for his just ever-loving pettiness.
I'll take that.
I don't word so good.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, all you out there, thanks for listening to us. By all means, it's the fan page. Had a question thrown on out there. And again, we wouldn't do this if it wasn't so damn fun.
Yes.
Yes.
True story.
True
True
story.
story. True story.
Hells yeah.
Good night, guys.
All right. Good night, guys.